In the complex world of insurance claims, policyholders often find themselves facing daunting challenges when seeking fair compensation for property damage. Here to share more on how they are providing expert guidance and support every step of the way to ensure a maximum settlement is CEO Troy Willis and Vice President Victoria Willis of Willis Public Adjusters. Victoria, Troy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. Victoria, I want to start with you and kind of give me an overall view of what Willis Public Adjusters do, and what does that mean exactly? What do public adjusters help with?
So public adjusters advocate for policyholders when they're experiencing property damage claims, and we maximize that policy language to make sure they get the maximum settlement that they deserve. So there's only two people that can advocate for a policyholder, and that would be a public adjuster and an attorney. And most of the time, attorneys hire public adjusters to help build their cases.
Okay, absolutely. And Troy, how can you guys ensure that you're helping your clients get the best maximum settlement possible?
Well, one of the things that we focus on is education. I'm a high believer in education. I do a lot of training, I do a lot of teaching. What we find is that many people with the insurance companies that are your adjusters have no experience even in construction, and they're making decisions about repairs to people's homes. And so all of my people have been vetted to where they go through estimating training classes, certifications for mitigation, everything that allows us to push the advocacy to the science to get it right versus just having an opinion. It draws a lot more from us. That's one of the ways we are more successful in moving claims than most public adjusting companies.
Yeah, and I think another thing that really sets you apart is you guys really take a hands-on approach when it comes to servicing your clients. So what exactly does that mean?
You and me. Well, one thing we do that no other firm has done, and we have a different model with doing things that the industry's used to seeing, is that every customer gets a concierge service, no matter what the size of their claim is. Every customer is given two public adjusters. Every customer is given information to be transparent. Bi-weekly, they're given updates, whereas most firms just kind of let the process go and people don't know what's going on for a long time. We try to keep people with what's going on, to understand, what is happening with their claims so that they feel comfortable with what we're doing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think something else as well is your years of experience as a company. How does that translate into helping out your clients and helping them get the best settlement?
Mm-hmm. I would say I've been doing this for over 30 years total in this industry, and I think that with my contractor's experience that I've had, that allows me to come in and get it right on target to what's going on with the damages and repairs. I've had experience as an independent adjuster, so I've worked both sides of the fence, so I'm able to kind of do things a little bit different than most people because I'm seeing how it goes from both sides of it, so I know which game cards to play a little differently than most.
Okay, absolutely. Well, Victoria, I would love to jump in with you onto some client success stories that you're able to share. So is there something that you could share, one of your clients that you guys have helped with and really help them get a big maximum settlement?
Well, yes. So we've had many clients, but one in particular, the insurance company gave her $5,000 and we got her over 6 figures.
Wow.
So it's definitely not by mistake, it's by design.
Amazing. Yeah. And what are some examples of cases that people would come to you guys with that you can help out with?
A lot of them are when they have fires, when they have fire damage to properties and water damage to properties. One of the things we educate people with is saying, look, if the insurance company has somebody that's in their corner, that's in their favor to help them save money, you should have a professional talk for you too as well. It's kind of like making the fields even a little bit more. So with what the knowledge that we have and the way we push our claims is based on science, facts, and laws, that itself is a big push versus just opinions and so forth like that. So we definitely can move the narrative a little bit more than most by doing that.
And how does someone know, if they're kind of in this situation, when do they know when they need to seek out a public adjuster?
When they have a claim.
So every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly the advice that when you have a claim, you should be very careful what you say to the insurance company. It can be held against you. And it's not to bash any of them. It's just the fact that they use a lot of the wording against you. And you're not a professional. You don't understand what exactly to say to prevent that. You're just a customer who had a claim. You think that just, I paid these people this money and they're going to take care of me. When in fact, that's not always the case. And then you find yourself still paying money while you're fighting to get your money. Right. And that's the most discouraging part to most people. So we try to help reduce that. Our time frame for getting claims solved is roughly around 5 to 6 months quicker than most companies because of the way we handle our claims.
Wow. And Victoria, where can people reach out to you if they want to utilize your services? What's the best way to go about that?
The best way is to give us a call
at our 833 number, which is our toll-free, or you can reach us on our website, Willis Public Adjusters. And I just like to leave people with this note as well. If they want some free information that can help them with their claims from us, we also have a podcast that I am part of that we call ClaimsUnderground.com. And so we actually get on there and we explain the policies to people and their assurance and different things they can do to help navigate them through their process.
Awesome. I know that there's going to be a lot of helpful information on there.
It very much is. It's some things that hit home to people.
Yeah. Well, Victoria, Troy, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Today. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yes, if you want to learn more, you can visit their website at willispublicadjusters.com, or you can call them at 833-556-2524. And we'll also have a link on our website as well.